Good morning, YouTube. It is Monday, March 18th, 9:34 a.m. Central Standard Time. Slightly early is back. Now, if you're wondering where we've been, believe it or not, there are some people out there who only watch Slightly Early and do not tune into regular Slightly Biased programming. Last week, got my ass kicked by the time change. I mean, what the hell is that? This never happened in my life. Is that a sign that I'm getting older? That the time change actually had a real life impact on my life? Also, just kind of a little busy, and it was kind of hard to carve out like 2 hours for this. But anyways, we are back this week. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can check these out live every morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on playback.tv/SlightlyBiased. If you're watching this on playback.tv/SlightlyBiased, you can check these out on the Slightly Biased Clips channel after the stream is over. I see Playback making some moves. I really do, man. Improving this platform. Of course, whenever the playoffs roll around, we will be watching every game. Not every game, but we'll be trying to tune in every night. The Mavericks don't play. Here, watching the games together should be an absolute blast. But I've legitimately heard like 5 people say that this was the first time the time change fucked them. Is there some type of grand conspiracy? Was the time change just a front to make us not question why we feel so weird, but in reality we went through some strange type of portal into another dimension? Now that's a real possibility. That's a real possibility. So anyways, I'm really excited for the postseason. I saw somebody doing a political stream on here this morning. Someone's doing a political stream. Now that's how you know you're making it as a streaming platform. Yeah, it was my alternate account. That's how you know you're making it as a streaming platform. So big ups to a Playback for that. They're on the up and up. All right, guys, let's get into some of the stuff yesterday. Of course, the talk of really the basketball universe was this just unbelievable Kyrie Irving shot. Which has the NBA world taken by storm. I mean, the degree of difficulty on this shot. Now, look, you don't even have to be a crazy hooper, like hoop at a high level, to fully understand the degree of difficulty of that shot. Just play any pickup game at any point in your life, and you will understand the insanity behind a offhand finish like that in that moment. Just absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. There was the second longest hook shot in the NBA this season. What about the Luka hook? Left-handed, man. Now, he is... Kyrie's kind of a different beat. I don't want to take anything away from him. I'm not trying to take anything away from this shot. Kyrie, with his left hand, is still an absolute wizard. It's not like it's a Jaylen Brown situation, right? What about Luka? Well, I'm saying that Luka hooked 3 against the Bulls. Did they not count that as a hook shot? Or the Nets, whoever it was early in the season? I mean, look at the responses. Jaylen Brunson, Kyrie, that is so tough. Batum just saw the Kyrie floater at the buzzer. Kyrie with the left, crazy finish. A left-hand running hook. Come on, son. Shout out Mo Bamba. These are the moments that's just like makes basketball so awesome, dude. Just the degree of difficulty of these shots, and just that's why the replays you see, like Maxi Kleber in disbelief, Luka in disbelief, like everyone who. What account had all of the different angles? Was it the Mavs account? Everyone who's poured their heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears into playing basketball for their entire lives see that shot and are just like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like, I have trained and believed, trained my whole life to play basketball. And this guy just does stuff like running lefty hooks. Absolutely unbelievable, man. It was a great game, too. So fun. Oh, here it is. All angles. I just had to scroll 1 second longer. Why is the audio not synced up? That's pissing me off. And the little, like, subtle right here, boom. You actually can't really see it from this angle, but Kyrie coming off had this subtle little hesitation that had Jokic, stop his feet for just a split second. That gave him just enough space. The Luka reaction is hilarious. Right there. Just that very subtle hesitation. Because if you're Jokic, I mean, look at Maxey. If you're Jokic, there's no way you're expecting that. And Jokic after the game was pretty much like, yeah, I mean, what the fuck was that? I don't know. Luka waddling over to him? Come on, bro. Come on, dude. You trying to get me in trouble, man? Waddling over to him. Hilarious, though. These are the moments where I wish flashes on cameras were cool again. I hope there comes a time where, like, it becomes worth it having your flash on your cameras. Like, imagine this shot going up and all you see is just camera flashes in the crowd. Like the aura. That shot goes up, camera flash, camera flash, camera flash, camera flash. That is such an insane shot. And you want to know what's hilarious about it, too? If that shot doesn't go down, the Mavs go to overtime, where I don't think they would win the way the game was trending. A camera flash in a bright light, in a camera flash in a bright arena would make the quality horrific. Yeah, I know, but there was a time where, like, every big moment of a sports game, there were a trillion camera flashes, and it just fucking, it looks so cool. But anyways, so deep in his bag. If Kyrie misses that shot, they go to overtime. We are literally talking today about why can the Mavericks not get good looks at the end of games? Like, why is it impossible for them to get like a somewhat decent shot rather than a Luka 360 prayer 3 or a Kyrie, like, please God, do something for us here. But then it's also at the same time like, okay, 2 seconds left on the clock there in an inbound situation. You're probably not getting a great look to begin with, especially against a team like the Nuggets. Especially against a team like the Nuggets. So maybe Kyrie throwing up a shot like that is probably the best look you can get. And I don't think I'd want anybody else taking this shot right here. I don't, like, Luka's an insane shot maker too, but I think Kyrie's literally the only player in the league I think I want taking that shot. Because he's just so comfortable with his offhand that it doesn't even really feel like it's a weak hand, Like, the stuff Kyrie does with his left, it's... NBA had his best left-handed finishes thing. Yeah, Mark Cuban running out onto the floor. Look at Kid. Kid low-key had one of the funniest reactions. Kid's like, I'm not getting fucking fired today, baby. That's hilarious. Surprised Mahomes didn't run on the court. What do you think they would have done if Mahomes ran on the court? Like, honestly. Literally nothing. Yeah, they would let him. This was a great game of basketball, man. It really was. A really fun game between two good teams. And this is the best part about it. This is the best part of being a sports fan. You wake up in the morning, everyone's talking about your team, all the podcasts, their leading topic is, whoa, hold on a second, are the Mavericks good? I got to listen to Bill Simmons and Russello talk about this team. They were kind. They were charitable. Yeah, Mahomes is a Mavs fan. Mahomes grew up in the Dallas area. Yeah, I mean, this video is incredible. I can't listen to it, unfortunately. It's just music. I mean, my lord. Just amazing, man. He grew up in White House. That was the name of the town he was in. It's like East Texas. Billy Boy and Russello basically said the same thing, which is you don't want to see the Mavericks in a playoff series. Like, you just don't. They have their flaws. They said they'd be a little bit surprised if they went on like a huge run, which is completely and totally fair. But you don't want to see, if you're a top seed, they're the last team you want to see in the playoffs. And that's true. If you're a top seed out of the bottom like 4 teams right now. It is funny because I think just a week ago, Bill Simmons was talking about how the Suns might be a good value bet for the finals. And now it's just funny how the NBA changes on a dime now. It's kind of turning to the NFL almost in a way. Where it's like 1 week, it's like, yeah, I think the Suns are a great value pick to win the finals. The next week, it's like, yeah, the Suns are they're fucking terrible. Like, sorry, that was a mistake. It's just funny. A spam call at 9:45 on a Monday. You know, like, what are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with yourself? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Would you pick Phoenix over Minnesota? Here's the kind of the funny thing about the Suns. Do we talk about the Suns right now? No, not yet. We'll get into the Suns. I still have some more stuff I want to say. Okay. I still have more stuff I want to say about the about this shot in the Mavericks as a whole. Because they're kind of on a roll here. Their only loss in their last, 6 games? Was second night of a back-to-back against the Thunder on the road with no Luka. So, in a game that did feel very winnable. Look, I was having this talk with a friend last night, and it just is what it is. If I'm a Thunder fan, and you guys know I'm saying this as somebody who has been a long-time defender of the Thunder / SGA. So I'm not switching up. I'm not being fake. I'm not like jumping on some Thunder hate wagon. I've been a fan of theirs. I genuinely don't think I leave the 3 games we played against the Mavericks feeling good about our playoff chances against them. I just don't. First game, was the first game against the Mavs? Yeah, first game they gave up no Luka and Kyrie. Or I'm sorry, no Kyrie. You give up a 30-0 run. And you do end up winning that game, but I'm leaving that going, oh, what the fuck was that? Like, that was a depleted Mavericks team. A depleted Mavericks team. 30-0 run, okay. Next game, the only time you played them even remotely close to fully healthy, only time you played Luka and Kyrie together, your worst loss of the season. a 30-point blowout. Then the next game, no Kyrie or no Luka, just Kyrie, and you don't leave it feeling like you don't leave it feeling like you had a dominating, convincing win. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Look at this moment right here, huh? Look at this moment. Incredible. Almost brings a tear to my eye. The lineup of Luka, Kai, Derek Jones Jr., PJ, and Gafford in 61 minutes is a plus 34. You should have just sent the TGK tweet. I know that's TGK. I saw it yesterday. Kyrie Irving's most difficult left-handed finishes. Actually, a great call by ESPN on this. Would have loved to have heard follow well. But that was an amazing call by ESPN. ESPN's play by ESPN's commentary teams are good. Yeah, Richard's reaction was hilarious. But Ruko, is that who that was? You just his left-handed finishes just look so natural that it almost kind of takes a. I don't want to say takes away because that sounds horrible, but that's a crazy shot right there. It's just funny whenever he if you didn't know any better, you would see that and think, okay, but then you look at everyone's reaction on the bench. Everyone's like, what the fuck? With the left hand. Kyrie on the Celtics feels like a fever dream. Oh, that's tough. Black jerseys are elite. God, he's so tough, man. Woo! I mean, those are honestly kind of impressive shots with your strong hand, to be honest with you. That would honestly be a tough shot with the right hand. Little running hook. Grant Williams being on the Mavs was like a fever dream. This feels like it was 4 years ago. Kyrie wearing number 2 on the Mavericks feels like that was 5 centuries ago. See, that's a tough finish with your right hand. What is this jump scare? A-Rod courtside with a mask on? What a horrible time it was for this country then. Talk about a fever dream. Anyways, man. Of course, we didn't even look at Luka's clutch 3. The Bill Simmons Russello podcast today, Bill was like, I can't believe he shot that. Or no, it might have been Russello. Somebody was basically like, I can't believe they shot that. And it is like, well, it was an open 3 for Luka standards. I mean, this is a hilarious shot for a lot of reasons. One, that's a bomb. That's a bomb. And also, Luka had like just missed a clutch free throw that was like kind of looming large in the game. Missed 2 bunnies in 1 possession. Him and Maxey just died on a screen that left Jamal Murray wide open for a 3 that put them ahead. I don't know whose fault that was. I can't say that was Luka's fault, but I think it was Maxey's. I think Maxey was supposed to switch out on that, but just judging how they played defense the whole game. And then he just comes down and goes, "It's okay. Give me the ball 30 feet away." Low-key, Denver shot a little too soon after this. Maybe, but also Jamal Murray was wide open at the elbow. Like, that's it. You live with that shot, honestly. Jamal Murray missed it. If that were the Mavericks and like Kyrie missed that, got a shot like that at the end and missed an elbow jumper, I'd like, you're upset and a little frustrated it didn't go in, but you're not like mad at the shot itself. You know what I mean? It sucks it didn't go in, and then hindsight's like, well, fuck, we should just waited. But then it's like, well, also at the same time, you know, you got to look that's pretty much impossible to get mad at. You feel as if Jamal Murray is going to make that shot 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. I made a playback account just for you. You better be thankful. I am. Thank you very much for that. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the Jamal Murray shot. What an incredible game. The Sunday afternoon games, you really got to tune in because you genuinely do not know what the fuck you're going to see. It felt inevitable at this point. Nothing you could do there. Jokic bullying Luka, but I mean, it's tough because if you send help, which you're going to have to, like Luka doesn't stand much of a chance against Jokic right there because it's Jokic, right? I know Luka's been a pretty decent post defender, but it's Jokic. I felt like that was unfair. Richard Jefferson, after that play, was like, they're going at Luka. Well, no, they just got a mismatch on a smaller player. Targeting Luka, that felt unfair too, because like the Mavs were targeting Jokic the entire game. Like they were going at Jokic. They made him work defensively. Luka missed that shot. That's not a terrible shot. But all of this added up. Luka missed, got posted up by Jokic, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Luka missed a couple bunnies, missed that shot, missed a free throw. For him to hit that 3 in that moment. That's what megastars do, man. That's what megastars do. And then this right here by Jamal. Just poor defense here by the Mavs. All right. See, they're switching pretty much everything. Luka's going to switch. This is Maxey's fault. Actually, Luka's going to switch before a screen is even set. Luka defended the screen before the screen even got there. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, it's that was Luka. Now that I'm watching it back, that was Luka's fault. Luka switching the screen before it even got there. But that's just what the Nuggets do. They execute at an unbelievable level late in games. Felt like a heartbreaker. Then, boom. Incredible shot. How did Jamal Murray miss this? I'm not entirely sure. But you can't be mad at this shot. A little too early, maybe. But it's hard to get a better look than that. It really is. Yeah. Tim Hardaway was ready to unload a 3-quarter court heave. Tim Hardaway was ready to unload a bomb. Oh my God. Oh, he really was. It's kind of hilarious. Tim's out here on this possession. Oh. Oh. Does Mike Breen bust out the? Isn't Bang only on jump shots? Would he have hit that that hook with a bang? He would have for the Luka 3 for sure. The Jamal 3 and the Luka 3. It would have been a bang off. They would have been the Bang Bros. But man, what a game. What a game. 25% from 3. 25% from 3, man. Yeah, it would have been the Kyrie puts it in with like the almost like, I always love when the announcers hit like they're almost laughing in the middle of their call because they can't believe what they just saw. Kyrie puts it in. Oh, it would have been something like that. I gotta look at something. We gotta go to StatHead and look up something because just how often has in the Luka Doncic era has the Mavericks? Let's just go back to 20. Let's just go back to the Luka era. How often have the Mavericks won games shooting this poorly from 3? They've done it twice in the last week. They've done it twice in the last week. Let's see. 3-point field goal percentage. What was it? Less than or equal to? We'll just say 26. Let's see. How many times? 9 times? 3 of them since the trade deadline. Nine times. How many times have they shot under 20? Like, I just want to know what their record is. So 9 wins. Holy shit. 9 and 30, 9 and 38. 9 and 38. In the Luka era, when they shoot 26% from 3 or worse. We can't afford 0 of 13 non-Luka threes. I wish there was a way that I could see how often the Mavericks have won a game where their role players made 0 threes. Like, that's crazy to me. To beat the Denver Nuggets, it's not like you beat the Spurs. No offense to them. Actually, let me talk shit about the Spurs. Let me not talk shit about the Spurs because the Mavericks play them tomorrow night. It's not like you beat the Wizards, right? Shooting like absolute dog shit from 3. You beat the Nuggets. And a Nuggets team, 1, healthy and playing everybody. 2, a Nuggets team that needs wins. They're not like trolling. Like, they need to win basketball games. PJ's got to start hitting some threes. And what's concerning to me, his threes look so off. But I've rewatched the first half. I'm working on a video for later. This morning I woke up. I rewatched the first half to get some clips. My God. PJ's defense really is incredible. It is so fucking good. The Mavericks on Jokic in this game, that was incredible what they did. That was some of the best defense they played as a team this season. The amount of bodies, the different looks they sent at him, the physicality in which they played with, really impressive. And I actually think you got to give Kidd a lot of credit. I feel like they had a great game plan. And there was some nice little counters. Like, all right, help was sent towards Jokic. So what do the Nuggets do? All right, we're going to park Aaron Gordon in the dunker spot. And then Jokic just so patient, so good. The moment you send help off Aaron Gordon, that's just going to be an easy little drop off and a dunk. So then the Mavericks adjust to that by changing their help. Yeah, they changed it by having Lively on Gordon and then put Maxey or PJ on Jokic. And that's why Maxey closed the game. All right, I get like we get all upset because Maxey misses a three here or there, but that's why Maxey closes the game. Because it alters what you can do defensively. That it gives you the possibility of doing that. What a game. What a game. What a win. The defense was ass at the end of the game. I mean, not really. Jamal Murray hit a couple really tough shots that you just kind of tip your cap towards. What is this poll? Should slightly pivot to politics. Yeah, they gave up 44 points in the second half. Yeah, Malone screaming about the rebound was incredible. Hilarious. But what a win, man. What a win. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. The Mavs are rolling a little bit. Nuggets fans are crying about Kyrie stepping out of bounds. I don't even think he was out of bounds. If they called that, I would have jumped off of a building. Joe Budden or slightly, we're very similar. 50 wins is a possibility. 50 wins is a possibility. You'd have to end the season incredibly hot. In the season 11-3. It's doable. Getting to 50 is doable. This right here, I mean, this right here is just it. This will decide your season. This is it. These are the two of the biggest games on the schedule. And then it really kind of, the Golden State games will be important, but it does really lighten up towards the end of the season. So we'll see. So anyways, a nice win. If you're a Nuggets fan, you know, sucks that you lost that game, but there's not too many concerns. I still don't think the Mavericks would have that great of a chance of beating the Nuggets in a series. I think I'd pick the Nuggets in 5. Probably I'd give Luka and Kyrie one game. But there is some concern where it's like, how do the Nuggets win most of the time? Well, this isn't like the Celtics where they're just beating the fuck out of every team they play. You know, they're usually kind of close, and then the fourth quarter comes, and they just turn it on, and that's that. The Mavericks do have Luka and Kyrie, who it feels like they can pull you out the mud. Like, they can trade baskets. They can have a little back and forth. They can execute with you. But then I saw people who were like, oh, well, Jokic was trolling in this game. Bad Jokic game. The Mavs shot 25% from 3. The Mavs shot 25% from 3. It reminds me of the Celtics and Nuggets game. Celtics fans was it Celtics fans who were like, oh, we're not shooting that poorly from 3 again. or something like that. And it's like, dude, the Nuggets made 6 threes in that game. So, anyways, let's get into some of the other games last night. The Suns, another one of these fucking teams in the Western Conference where one week you feel like, oh, okay, they figured it out. They're a little bit dangerous. And then the next week you're like, oh, wait, never mind. This team's embarrassing. So they had, well, actually, they really haven't had a hot stretch. They've had some impressive wins. That overtime win against the Nuggets. They were competitive enough in this game right here against the Celtics where people were like, oh, okay, here they come. But, dude, that yesterday was embarrassing. That was an embarrassing game. I do not think the Suns played well. I do not think the Suns played well at all. What was that? Like, did that would make me feel really sickly if I were a Suns fan, because it feels like they came out the game not giving a single fuck about a game that pretty much, like, they're like, these teams are in must-win territory. If you lose, you lose, so what? But coming out like lazy and not really focused and just like lethargic. That's like, hey, what the fuck's going on? We got to win these games. Nurkic was abysmal. Absolutely abysmal in this game. This guy might have playoff games, assuming they make the playoffs, where he plays 7 minutes. This might be like the Mavericks and Dwight Powell, where he starts, but he's off the floor 3 minutes into the game. Because defensively, it is a mess for him. I don't fully understand, like, when the Mavericks played the Suns, they relentlessly hunt him. Yesterday, the Bucks were relentlessly hunting him. The Celtics relentlessly hunted him. In a playoff series, especially I'm thinking about matchups in the West, like some of the teams at the top, they matchup hunt. Nurkic is going to get played off of the court immediately. And then it's going to be KD at the 5, like the whole game. Some Eubanks minutes, maybe Ish Wainwright at the 5. What's up with Thad Young? Why is Thad Young not playing? Is he just completely and totally washed? Or is he hurt? Just completely and totally washed. Bol. Like, is that what they're gonna have to do? No, I saw some Suns fans say that, oh, the second half they came back, it was just hot shooting. I really don't take, I mean, the Bucks did shoot 58% free. I don't really take, like, getting blown out in the first half and then, like, the other team kind of lets up a tiny bit. And we end up only losing the game by 11 instead of 30. Okay, cool. Congrats. I don't know, man. Some disheartening stuff right there. I just don't know. Suns fans I saw said it was a fake ass comeback. Okay. Yeah, Dame was incredible last night. Or yesterday, I guess I should say. Nice win for the Bucks. With no Giannis, a late scratch. 140. Bobby had 25 in the first. Suns can't win a fourth quarter. That's insane to me. They said that on the broadcast. The 5th worst fourth quarter net rating ever? Did I like mishear what they were talking about? Was it like the 5th worst for playoff teams? But no, it was the 5th worst in NBA history currently. That is insane. That doesn't even make sense at all. Pistons and Heat had a battle. Bam Adebayo. You guys know how much I love Bam. You guys know how much I love him. If Bam hit this shot against me to win the game, I would throw up everywhere. If Bam hit a shot like this against me to win the game. That was a wild boy shot from Cade, man. That was a wild boy shot. And that's not even a very good look. He's so good. He's so good. Hey, Bam's made. Bam in his last 3 games. 1 of 1 from 3 against the Nuggets. 1 of 1 from 3 against the Pistons. 1 of 1 from 3 against the Pistons. Hey, man. Look out now. Look out now. Yeah, that was the 12th 3 of his career. Hey, he's got 4 threes this season. That's the most he's ever had in his career. 17 3-point attempts. That's the most he's ever had in his career. Look out now. That looked... I mean, for that being your... Obviously, Bam's a really good mid-range shooter. And a pretty solid free throw shooter, too. Bam... That looked good. Like, that does not look like some weird unnatural shot. I would be so sick to my fucking stomach if that went in against me. But also, yeah, Cade, what are you doing? What a terrible shot. What a terrible shot. And it's a shame because Cade's been playing a lot better lately. Been playing really well. I mean, the Pistons as a whole have been much more competitive lately. Which is good to see for them. Magic blow out the Raptors. Truth be told, I didn't even know this game happened, so I have no thoughts or opinions on it. Magic keep winning. Celtics blow out the Wizards. Sam Hauser looked like he was going to break the 3-point record in this game at one point. He had 30 points. Jesus. 30 points, 10 made threes. Nothing else. Didn't attempt a 2. Didn't attempt a free throw. Break for real. He had 10 threes in the first. He had 10 threes in 23 minutes. If they wanted to, they probably could have got him to break the record. Spurs. Now, Mavs need to break it tomorrow night. Spurs beat the Nets. The Nets are a fucking joke team currently. But Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama. Woo! I love how after every big Wemby game, I've noticed this trend. Wemby in this game, 33 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 blocks. After every great Wemby game, it's like it trends up to where it's like, hey, on Twitter, is Wemby a top 40 player in the league? Then it's, wait, is Wemby a top 30 player in the league already? Then it's like, wait, is Wemby a top 20? And yesterday I was saying, wait, is Wemby actually a top 10 player in the league right now? Oh, man. I think top 20 for sure. Honestly, I do. On the Bill Simmons pod, Russello said he's voting him for DPOY. Ladies voting him for DPOY. My God, what the fuck? Just look at it. Look at him out there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who are the front runners for Defensive Player of the Year? Now, unless there's a very strong. Oh, this shot was hilarious. This must be humiliating. Cam Johnson's like 6'10", isn't he? I saw an alternate angle of this from like right here, 6'7". I thought he was taller than that. All right, we have 4 different height listings here. 6'8". Okay. Still tall as fuck. Anyways, I saw an angle right here where like the crowd was laughing. When we made that shot and the crowd was just like, ah, that is humiliating. That's humiliating. You're an NBA player. You get scored on, you just hear, oh. He wants to win so bad, too. Yeah, it's a terrible goaltend call. Horrible goaltend call. But I actually don't mind if they call that because they can go and automatically review it. He's so good. He's so good. 33, 15, 7, and 7. Huh?
Kyrie turning. He got time. He got it away in time. He hits. He hits. And the Mavericks have won. And a dog pile at half court. As Kyrie Irving gives the Mavericks a monstrous win against the Denver Nuggets. Get it to Luke instead. Kyrie.
That's pretty good.
He got time. He got it away in time. He hits. He hits. And the Mavericks have won. And a dog pile at half court. As Kyrie Irving gives the Mavericks a monstrous win.
Incredible stuff. And then the Clippers get poopied on. This was an ass whooping. That's like even worse than the score might indicate. The Clippers got absolutely annihilated last night. Absolutely annihilated last night by the Hawks. By the Hawks. What is going on with this squad? Are they like just cooked? Are they just cooked? Harden's been in a rough way lately. I kind of need to check out on this subreddit. Clippers versus Pels round 1. Who you got? Pelicans. I'd pick the Pelicans beat the Clippers. Straight up, I would. Anyone who thinks these L's don't matter are delusional. can't win without the three falling. Mavs can't relate. True. There was a time in like January where it was like, oh my God, the Clippers are the best team in the league. They went to Boston and blew out the Celtics. Was that the Celtics' first home loss of the year, that game? I don't think so. I think they lost to the Nuggets right before that. Clippers Mavs a possibility? Yeah, it still is a possibility where the Clippers kind of right the ship a little bit and then end up the 3 seed or something. And the Mavs get the 6 seed. But it feels like the Pelicans and Clippers are destined for a first round series right now. Holy shit. Tired, old, soft. Man. I keep seeing these pop up on the Clippers subreddit. These are disturbing. I don't understand them. They're very disturbing. Paul George continues to prove that he plays great against sub 500 teams. They're done with Paul George again. They fluctuate all the time between being in love with Paul George and hating him. Team is checked out. Team that once teased the first seed a couple months ago in the Western Conference is now on the brink of falling out of the top 4. This team has been playing like it wants to be playing. No hustle, no consistency, no passion. There was no passion with this ball club. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but this team has shown little since the All-Star break. Man. Pandemic P? Is Paul G over? How did we go from amazing win after amazing win to now losing over and over? Before All-Star game, we were kicking ass. And after the All-Star break, we're just suddenly terrible? Went from looking like the best team in the league to the worst. None of the reasons I'm hearing for it add up. Yeah, their shooting was crazy. They're done with Harden. See the same stagnant off-ball action with Bones when he picks his dribble up. Everybody's accustomed to the ball handler making something happen before they move. That heliocentric ball is not for everyone, let me tell you. It ain't for everyone. All right? Some people can master it, some people can't. Don't know what to tell you. No, not everyone's built for it. Yeah, Zoo's injury might have hurt them more than we think. They are very small. Is Russ being out really affecting them this badly? Bill Simmons made a good point about Russ. He brings energy. Yeah, maybe so. Oh, they're done from Ty Lue. I'm telling you guys, every team resorts to blaming the coach at some point because it's just the easiest thing to do. It is the easiest thing to do. And it's a nice little bury your head in the sand type of moment. You blame your coach. Everything else on your roster is fine. The players are fine. Everything else is fine. It's all the coach's fault. That's why last year I was getting shit on all of the fucking time by some Mavs fans who tried to label me as a kid defender because all I simply said was, it's not all kids' fault. There's a lot of problems with this team. Because it is easy to bury your head in the sand and say, oh, just fire the coach and we'll be fine. Well, no, there's other problems. There are other problems. DeAndre Hunter had a good game last night. DeJounte Murray was good. I mean, they just got shitted on. Clint Capella had a flashback game. I don't know. What? Ugly stuff, man. Ugly. Good God. Is it that time of the month when all the fucking subscriptions are hitting? I'm getting so many notifications of subscriptions. $25 to Apple for a subscription. What could this possibly fucking be? Can I see? What could this possibly be, huh? Tinder Gold? What the fuck is Tinder Gold? Is that a real thing? Tinder Gold? It actually might be League Pass. I think I pay for League Pass through this. Apple TV? I need to cancel that shit. I need to cancel that. I don't know if I've ever used it. Why the fuck do I have Apple TV? What is that? They actually have Tinder Platinum? So wait, there's a Tinder Gold and a Tinder Platinum. What could that be? I would love to know what that even means. What's the difference? Okay, your receipt from Apple. Microsoft Word. Oh. Huh. I got Microsoft Word hitting up my Apple? Yeah, League Pass. I got League Pass going through Apple. There you go. Come see playback.tv or site live. Paces Bills live on stream. That's right, baby. You see the Rockets lately? 5-game winning streak. I think if I'm one of the teams at the bottom of the West, I'm getting a little concerned. I mean, look, if the Mavericks were losing some games, I would be scared. PTSD would be setting in. What's the tiebreaker scenario here? 3.5. It's kind of a lot of ground to make up. It's kind of a lot of ground to make up. Okay, they beat the Rockets. So they got the tiebreaker over the Rockets. I would say the chances are very, very slim that they catch up, especially without Şengün. Like, it's nice that they've been winning games, but I feel like that's going to come back at some point. We see this from time to time. Wait, can somebody actually explain the difference between the Tinder tiers? Why do you even need a Tinder Gold? What's the difference between Tinder Gold and Tinder Platinum? Gives you the ability to message before matching and getting prioritized likes. What the fuck? What does that even mean, bro? It unlocks more ethnicities available to date. They paywall ethnicities? Oh, you have to put in which ethnicity you want to date originally? Wow, that's fucking crazy, man. That is crazy. So if you change your mind, you have to upgrade to platinum. Wow. They should make the free version like almost like a dating reality show where it's like, nope, the first person you match with, you have to date. You have to go on at least 5 dates before you are able to enter this app again. However, if you want to upgrade to the gold version, it's only 3 dates. But if you upgrade to the platinum one, you don't have to do it. And that'll be $55 a month, please. Thank you. Sun subreddit. So you should have done Love is Blind when it was in Dallas. I finished Love is Blind. I watched the reunion episode or whatever it was. Didn't realize a whole entire year passes. That's actually nuts. A whole year passes in between when they film and now. Kind of underwhelmed. Don't know how into it I'll be moving forward. This might just be a one and done type of thing. Was bored and needed something to watch, and don't know if I'll ever go back to it. Kind of funny, has its moments, but also at the same time, kind of sad. For a couple different reasons. I think you have to be a certain level of psycho to be on a dating show. Here for the next front page post about how we're being disrespected. We got waxed by Giannis-led Bucks. Weird how when we double other team stars, we give up wide open three. Yeah, when other teams do it to us, we implode. It is kind of crazy to me. Booker is not great against doubles. KD is like shockingly bad against doubles. How is that still true? Like how are they not? At least we won the fourth quarter. I mean, KD's having to play 40 plus minutes. He's gonna have to play like 44 minutes in a playoff game, playing the 5 for most of those minutes. Like that's. That's tough. It's funny because I see like people say stuff like, oh, they need so and so to step up. They need some of these role guys to step up. Man, they're paying their top 3 guys like $500 million fucking dollars. Everyone else on the team is a minimum player. Like you get what you paid for. You get what you paid for. Everybody else on this team is a minimum player. The only other guy who's not is Nurkic, who is trash can juice, and Grayson Allen, who's been good. Everyone else is trash. Everyone else sucks. Like, everyone else actually sucks. I just don't like the vibes Beal gives off. I don't like the vibes Beal gives off. I have to be real with you. I don't really like it. Feels like there's like almost like I've been on a losing team for so long stench that he's really having a difficult time ridding himself of. And I don't know if it's his fault, but that's just the way it feels. Like he was really good in the second half of that game last night or yesterday. And that to me that's almost like, okay, Beal scores a lot of points in a game they get blown out in. That about tracks. That makes a lot of sense actually. That's pretty much been his entire career. Is that his fault? No, of course not, but well, partially, I guess. Upcoming schedule for the Suns. Their next 4 games are very manageable. Like, honest to God, they straight up need to win 4 in a row. Philly, Atlanta, and the Spurs twice. They need to win all 4 of those. But then Denver, OKC, New Orleans. All 3 on the road. Whew. Damn. Cleveland, Minnesota, New Orleans, Clippers, Sacramento, man. Holy fuck. Their end to the season is crazy. Oh my God. That is a brutal stretch. Holy shit. That is nuts. Yeah, I know they are 0-2 against the Spurs, but that is an insane stretch, man. Now, of course, end of season stuff, you know, who knows? Who knows what teams are playing for at this point? But still, Jesus. That is a crazy. I mean, there's not a single, again, who knows? The Timberwolves could be playing for nothing in this game and be resting everybody. There's not a single easy game from this point onward. Holy fuck. They don't own their pick for like the next 40 years. Oh, best of luck to them. Best of luck to them. All right, let's look at the slate of games tonight. Cavs and Pacers. Cavs dealing with a ton of injuries. Pistons and Celtics. Surprised this is 15.5. Should be in the 30s. Heat and Sixers. Philly's favorites? What's going on here? I know Heat back-to-back, but they have the same record. The Heat want to get ahead of them. I don't know. Kind of feels as if this is a game they might bring it. Blazers, Bulls, Timberwolves, Jazz, Knicks, Warriors, Grizzlies, Kings, Hawks, Lakers. Not a lot of good games tonight. On paper, at least. But we shall see. We'll just look at the standings. Have to check it every single day. So much movement. Have the Celtics clinched the 1 seed yet? Like, what needs to happen for them to clinch that? How many games are left? Like 11? What's the best record they could have? 68-14? They might win 66 games. I think that's, if I had to guess, that's probably what I would say. They win 66 games. Bucks starting to separate themselves a tiny bit for the 2 seed. Cavs and Knicks kind of dueling it out for the 3-4. I think you want... I don't think I'd want to play the Magic in a playoff series. Like, if you're the Knicks or Cavs, you feel good about your chances beating them, but I'm not sure how excited I am about seeing them in a playoff series because of how good they are defensively. Pacers, Heat, and Sixers all kind of duking it out for that 6 seed. I'd have to guess the Heat probably end up with it, but you never know, really. And the Nets are only 4.5 out of the Hawks, but they're horrible. They're horrible. Pacers, Knicks, who wins that series? The Knicks. The Pacers don't feel built for the playoffs to me. If Halliburton was healthier, maybe I would feel differently, but this doesn't look the same at all. Kyrie and Luka have a 6.9 net rating together. It's pretty good. The Hawks are going to be a playing team. I mean, in the West, you have a bloodbath. 10 games over 500, 8 seed. And meanwhile, the Hawks are like, yeah, like I guess we're in the play-in tournament. Huh? When does that start? We actually made that? Oh, okay. I thought our season was over. Wait, no, you guys got to call. All of our players are on vacation. No, you got to bring them all back. Oh, shit. Thunder, half a game up on the Nuggets. Nuggets could have been in sole possession of first place with a win yesterday, but Kyrie Irving had something to say about that. Timberwolves looking pretty good without Cat. Only a game back still. Clippers only a game up on the Pels, and the Pels have the tiebreaker. Oh man, the Clippers could end the week as the 5 seed. That's crazy. Kings, Mavs, and Suns all in a 3-way tie currently, with the Kings as the 6 seed, Mavs 7, Suns 8. So if the season were to end today, you'd have Warriors Lakers play-in game matchup, Mavericks Suns play-in game matchup. I mean, that's a dream come true for the NBA. That's a dream come true. Kings versus Timberwolves round 1. Pelicans Clippers. Oh my god. And if you win that 7-8 game, you get to play the Nuggets in round 1? Ugh, gross. Gross. This is insane. This is insane. Warriors and Lakers tied, and the Rockets on a winning streak, still 3.5 out. I would say it's probably a little too late for them, to be honest with you. This could all change. Who knows, man? How tough is the Kings' remaining schedule? I'm pretty sure it's kind of difficult. The problem with them is they've lost to the teams they're supposed to beat and beat the teams they're supposed to lose to. Well, let's see. They got the Grizzlies tonight. Again, that's a game they should definitely win, but a 3-game stretch of Grizzlies, Raptors, and Wizards. It feels like all of the teams in the West that are in that group have like a pretty manageable next 3 games. Then a tough one on the road against Orlando, Philly, and then the 2 Mavs games. Utah, Clippers, Knicks, Celtics, Brooklyn, OKC, New Orleans, Phoenix. I mean, they got a pretty tough last couple weeks. You want to play the Kings if you're 1 through 3? Yeah, I'm being brutally honest here. I know I come across like a hater, but I'm just being brutally honest. Someone who's watched a lot of basketball this season. I actually think the Kings are the worst of these 10 teams. Like if I were a team at the top, the Kings are the one I want to play. I don't think the Lakers are very good at all, but they do have the Anthony Davis, LeBron James thing. I really would rather not see them in the playoffs, but I still, like, if I'm a top seed, I still feel pretty good about my chances. If I'm the Thunder, I don't. The Lakers match up incredibly well with them. But if I'm the Nuggets or the Timberwolves, I want to see the Lakers. I feel really good about my chances. The Warriors are just not very good either, but they are still the Warriors. And it's like, well, they've done it. Saying the Kings are 10th doesn't mean the Kings suck either. Yeah, no, that's true. I'm also more saying just like in a playoff series, who would you rather see? And it's like, well, last time we saw the Kings in the playoffs, they did take the Warriors to 7, and that was pretty impressive, but I don't think that Warriors team was that great. But we just saw Sabonis. They just saw the Warriors literally sag off Sabonis from the elbow. Not from the 3-point line, from the elbow. How do you get sagged off on from the elbow? And we kind of saw a glimpse in that Knicks game a couple nights ago, that Kings-Knicks game, when the whistle, kind of tightens up a little bit and teams can be almost overwhelmingly physical. The road gets a little tough. And they were hounding Sabonis. How many more double doubles? Does Sabonis need to break the record? The double double streak? Can we see the triple handoff assist? He only had 2 assists in that game, so difference between Big Lord Nurkic and Gafford as to their effectiveness in the playoffs. Well, Gafford's a legit rim running threat. So you have a vertical spacing aspect there. And I feel much more comfortable with Gafford on the perimeter than Nurkic. And Gafford's also like a legit shot blocker. Nurkic is dog ass on defense, like dog shit. Good teams, like Bill Simmons said today on the podcast. Marcelo, good teams, the Nurkic piece. Good teams are just gonna hunt him on defense. How does Josh Green's injury affect the Mavs? Decently. It's not like crippling, but it hurts. It hurts. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can check these out live every morning. Playback.tv/slightly biased. Yay!